Hey, YouTubulous, what's happening? Just making a little update video. Oops, my door is falling apart again. There's a surprise. 3 subs will do that for you. So I went ahead and bought me, well, I didn't buy, I got me another amp for my truck here. One of my friends came over tonight. We were hemming and hawing around and talking about it, and I told him that I needed to get a amp for my sound speakers, because my stupid piece of junk dual amp blew up and quit working. I shook something inside of it and screwed it up, so every time I'd turn the volume up and down it crackled and popped, and I hit the brakes and it made noise. It was being really retarded. So I took that stupid thing out and got rid of it. But anyway, so my buddy was here, and I was trying to sell that Alpine 500 watt MRP 500 Class D amp that I had, and he come over to inquire about that amp, in fact. So we talked about it for a minute, and he didn't have a whole lot of money, so I said, look, man, I'm trying to find an amp for my sound speakers, I need something to put on my sound speakers. Well, his buddy that was with him, he's a friend of mine too, he said, well, I got, a old Sony huge amp at home. I'll go home and grab it if you want. I said, well, that'd be great, I got a Sony head unit and Sony door speakers and all kinds of Sony stuff, so why not have a Sony for running it all? So anyways, he goes home and grabs this thing. It's a 2 1-channel power amplifier. I think it says DM1652Z. Something like that. 1652Z. Anyway, you can't see it in here, but at least since I set it on there, I'll remember it when I get in the house. Since it's on the video. But yeah, it's a big Sony 2-channel rated at 1,000 watts. I'm assuming it's probably like 500 RMS or 300 RMS or something like that. But it's a huge amp. I mean, it's as big as my 1,500 watt audio pipe, or bigger, actually, physically bigger than my 1,500 watt audio pipe. So I'm probably going to take that thing, clean him up a little bit. He's a little bit rough. But it's a Sony Xplode. I got Sony Xplode speakers in my doors. I got Sony Xplode head units. So why not have a Sony Xplode amp? There's nothing wrong with these things. So anyways, that's the new addition. It screams, man. I mean, it really lit my sound speakers up big time. That 400 watt dual amp I had in here was not 400 watts. This might be 400 watts, because it makes these things really scream. It might burn them up. I don't know. I might have to get new sound speakers. We'll see what happens. So for now, I'm happy, man. It does not make the stupid noises anymore. It works just perfect, and it just blows your ears out with this big amp. So maybe I'll take a video tomorrow so you guys can hear how loud it is. And I ended up changing my setup a little bit. I got the 2-gauge running back here to the big battery from the alternator post in the front, and then I also have another 4-gauge that comes from the front battery to go to my power distribution block. But anyways, I took my extra 4-gauge that I was using to run also to the distribution block, and I cut that off and I put it into this amp. So this amp is running off the front battery, and this amp is running off this big battery in the back. So that's kind of cool. It kind of splits it up. It seems to actually be louder. The bass seems to be louder since I did that. So anyways, just wanted to get a quick video in so you guys could see I got me a new amp. Woohoo! Got a 1,000 watt sounds amp. So that's pretty freaking loud Class A/B amp. So I'm pretty happy with it. Anyways, I'll do a little more work to it, get some more tweeters, and maybe I'm thinking about maybe getting a set of 6x9s to put on top of my box for mid bass and stuff. So we'll see how it works out. I'll keep you guys informed. For now, all I got to do is really mount it. I just stuck it down there to get it hooked up to see what it was going to sound like, and it sounds nice. So I'll go ahead and mount it up on the side of the box on some feet or something. So it's or some rubber feet or something. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out. Oh yeah, by the way, I'll probably stick this on oldschoolstereo.com's thing on Facebook, because they'll like this. This is old. Anybody from Old School Stereo know how old the Sony Xplode 1652Z is? 1,000 watt? I'll have to look it up. Peace out, yo.